Hey guys, welcome to part 2 in this series, on number 32 overall, I believe. Anyways, we're gonna get right back to where we were. So we just declared our middle J panel, and we set the layout to be a grid layout, 1 row, 3 columns. So now we're gonna add the stuff to that middle J panel. We're gonna add our label that says enter time, and that's just basically that's what it's gonna say. So enter time, and it's gonna be a new J label. And it's gonna say enter time, and I'll just put sec so they know it stands for seconds. And then a semicolon. I mean a regular colon. And then a semicolon. So now they're gonna know to enter time in seconds. I'll just capitalize that. Alright. And forgot, you gotta make this swing constant center also. Just so it looks neater. I mean, you don't have to, but I always like to. I get annoyed if it's off-center and it just looks ugly, so. Alright, enter time, and then middle, add it to the middle panel. Now we need to add our text field. And you don't have to give it any width because it'll just automatically get one by the grid. And add that. And then your start button. And then add all of this middle panel to your pane. Alright, got that. And then going on to bottom J panel. Alright. And why did I call that button? Bottom. Or how do you even spell bottom? Is it B-O? Yeah, that's how you spell bottom. Alright, so now we got our bottom, and then set the layout. And just do, this one's also gonna have 3 components, so let's do that. And make your click button, add that, so click button. And then click button, set enabled. We're actually gonna have it be false when we launch the program, because we don't want them to go about just clicking the button right away, because then they wouldn't even have to use a time, and they could just click without having a timer. So we're gonna have it false, so they can't just start clicking right away. That they need to click start first and then click. So yeah. And then add the click button. Why do I keep spelling it with a U? Bottom. And click button. Now we need our click label, and that's basically going to display how many clicks we've made. Say clicks, and it's going to be 0 when it spawns, so just say 0. And then center it. And then add your time left label. Not line left. Time left. And I think I'll just have to say like question mark or something when it spawns. So it's like time left. I don't know because you haven't entered it yet, but it'll get updated when we start the program, or when we click the start button. And then add it to your bottom thing. And then add that to your pane. Alright. Now we're almost done with the constructor thing, so we just have to make our start button class. Just declare these, and our click button class. So start button class, and I'll call it start button class. And then start button, add action listener. Alright, got that done. So done with the constructor. I'll just recap a little bit. Almost the only thing we've done so far was create the layout and declared 4 future classes that are going to be our event handling classes. So, first class we're going to code is the start button class. And this one's it's decently long, probably about 20, 15 lines, I don't know. So, public class start button class implements the listener public void action performed. What did I even call this one? SBC. Alright. Now we need to Alright, oh sorry, I'm watching TV at the same time, so that's gonna kinda pause, but anyways. We need to do a try catch block, and then we need to do an if else block to do some logical data validation. And then what we're gonna do inside of this method is start the timer and set a couple buttons false, another one true, catch an exception, create the timer, and yeah, I mean it's a lot of things, but it's not hard to understand, I don't think. Anyways, so first thing first is a try block. So don't worry about the error, we'll catch it later. Then we're going to create an int, and this try block is in case they enter something like letters instead of numbers in our text field, or symbols or something, because it needs to be an int. So int, I'll call it time count, and that's going to be it's going to be an int. You have to always cast it to an int because they might enter a double, and then double, parse double, text field, get text. Got that? Alright, now go down a couple and do an if else block to make sure that the data they entered is positive. So, and by the way, if they enter nothing in the text field, this try block will go off and it'll say numbers only. That's why you don't have to worry about entering no data. We just need to worry about them entering like negative data, because you can't have negative seconds, because it just won't work. Alright, if time count is less than, or it also can't be 0 either, because that would be dumb. So if it's less than or equal to 0, then say just set the text field. You can just, I don't know if I taught you this, but you can actually set the text field to say whatever you want. It'll just, inside the text field, it'll pop up instead of saying a label. It just saves room, I suppose. It's something different. So set the text field and say positive numbers. Else, that means they didn't trip that. We'll actually do our things. So else, we're gonna set our time left label to say time left and whatever they entered for the time count. So time left text time left and plus time count, and then we're gonna make our we're gonna actually make our timer class, and inside this timer class is where each time our timer sends off an action event thing, it's gonna go to this class and process it. So time class TC's new time class. Alright. One more thing, and then we're just gonna make a new timer, and then we already declared it up top, and now we're just gonna say what it's equal to. So it's gonna be equal to a new timer with 1000 delay and a class of TC. It's right here. So keep an eye out for the part 3 of this series, and I'll see you there.